Hi, it's Dr. Greg Jantz, founder of the Center. I want to talk about a unique personality attachment style. Attachment style. How we connect, how we attach to other people. Ambivalent. The ambivalent attachment. What is that? Sometimes it's known as the anxious, maybe the preoccupied attachment. Now, this is how we connect with others in relationship. If you're needy and you're overly anxious and you're always looking to attach through that anxiety, that is generally known as the ambivalent attachment style. Here are 3 things to know about this personality style. Number 1, I wrote down fear of rejection. They worry about abandonment. That may not be their word, but they're worried ultimately about rejection. Even if the relationship they're in is stable, they're worried that, man, what if I do something wrong and I'm rejected? Number 2, they may have some emotional highs and lows. Small issues can simply feel overwhelming to this person, the emotional highs and lows. There could be, at times, this is the 3rd one to look at, feel clingy. They cling, and they may overanalyze. They may be seeking constant reassurance from inner relationships. I just need this reassurance all the time. And so we know that this can create this type of personality, ambivalent attachment personality, in a relationship can create stress, obviously. But there's always this point of insecurity. So how does it affect relationships? They're going to struggle with trust. They're going to just always have this free-floating fear in the relationship, where the relationship may not feel solid. And they're going to feel, if you're in relationship with one like this, the ambivalent, this can be draining. Let me just say that. It can be emotionally exhausting because no matter how much reassurance you give them, it's never quite enough. And so here's how to build maybe some steps to look at to build a healthier relationship. You need to understand, number 1, if this is you, what are your triggers? What causes you to instantly go to that insecurity? And we need to learn to communicate our needs clearly, not in a clinging way. We need to express emotions, but without overwhelming others. In other words, you got to know, I can share this, but at some point, I need to turn it off. And we also need to understand that we've got to develop a sense of personal self-security. We can self-soothe, so to speak, versus always looking for that from others. We really can work towards more secure attachment. Sometimes we've got to deal with trauma in the past, if we've got addiction in our lives, but what is the root issue that has created this ambivalent, anxious attachment style in relationships? We see this a fair amount in folks that we work with who come to us for help. Maybe it's turned into some significant anxiety. It's turned into depression, and it's got you in a place and you go, you know what? There was trauma early on in my life or significant loss. That's the seedbed or the root of this really has originated. And so identifying where it originates, as well as finding resolution and healing, moving away sometimes from blame, and sometimes we got to walk through, what does forgiveness of my past really look like? All right, the ambivalent attachment style in relationships, it's just one of the different styles we can have, but this one causes some real challenges. Good news, there is hope. And we can change this, and we can, or a loved one we're with, they really can become more secure and solid in who they are.